Hi there. Welcome to the Healthy Church Staff Podcast. My name's Todd Rhoades. I'm your host and one of the co-founders over at chemistrystaffing.com. And I'm really glad that you joined me today. We're going to talk about benefits. That's right. Salary and benefits packages. And we are right smack dab in the middle of a 10-part series. We started last week. We're halfway through. We've got 5 more this week. 10-part series on the top 10 discoveries that we derived from this year's church staff health assessment. Over the last 3 years, we've had about 3,400 church staff members take the assessment. It's 50 questions. Maybe you took it, maybe you didn't, but what we've done is we've compiled all of that data, not just from the past year, but also from the last 3 years, and we found 10 different discoveries that we're talking about. We're breaking each one down on one episode of the podcast. And today we're on discovery number 6, and we're calling that the benefits gap. And this one is going to reframe, I think, some of the whole compensation conversation that a lot of churches are having. Okay, every organization has a weakest link. And for churches, it's crystal clear. Compensation and benefits score about 68.5%, and that's dead last across all of the 7 categories that we measure in the annual church staff health assessment. But here's the surprising thing, okay? It's not the salary that's dragging the score down. Now, you'd think it would be, but it's not. Staff are more satisfied with their pay, with their salary, than what they are with the benefits. Matter of fact, benefit satisfaction scores about 3.26 out of 5. And only 1 in 3 staff members, about a third of staff members, are dissatisfied when it comes to their benefits package. And they're more unhappy about their benefits package than they are about their salary package. So it's not necessarily even a money problem. It's more of a security problem. And so I've got four things I want to talk to you, 4 insights on this discovery. First one is, it could be that we've just been having the wrong conversation, right? When churches talk about compensation, we almost always talk about salary. And I've been in the board meetings too. The question is, can we give raises? How do we compare with other churches? But the salary satisfaction score is about 3.46. Benefit satisfaction score is lower, 3.26. So a little bit of a gap there. But that tells us something that might just really be important. Most church staff have made peace with the modern paychecks, the modest paychecks, right? They didn't enter ministry for the money. What they've not made peace with is the uncertainty about their family's security. And that's where the benefits come in. The health insurance, the retirement, the stuff that lets you sleep at night. And that's where churches are starting to really fall, not just starting to, they have been really falling short. And that brings me to insight number 2. I'm going to talk about the kind of the real cost of the benefits gap, right? 30% of staff are dissatisfied with their benefits package. Many churches, the reality is we've not kept up. We've not kept the pace with what secular employers offer. Your staff member's spouse's coworker has a 401k match. They have good health coverage. They have dental insurance. Your staff member, maybe a prayer and a hope that nothing goes wrong. And that creates a tangible daily cost to serving in ministry, because every medical bill, every retirement statement, every insurance premium reminds them of that gap. Now, it's not resentment, it's math. And the math is really stressful, which brings me to point number 3. Benefits communicate something that salaries don't, okay? Salaries, they just say, hey, here's what we can pay you for your work, okay? Benefits, on the other hand, say, hey, we care about your future and your family and your security. And when benefits are thin or are non-existent, the unspoken message that your church is giving to your staff is, hey, we love you, but you're on your own. Now, listen, many churches genuinely can't afford robust benefits packages, okay? I get that, and it's tight everywhere. But the silence around it even makes it worse, though. Staff aren't just dealing with inadequate benefits. They're dealing with it alone. It's no conversation, no acknowledgement, no even admission that there's some kind of a gap there. It's just a gap, and that gap grows every single year if you don't keep up with it. So last thing, what can churches actually do? You're like, Todd, what do you think? We've got a Brinks truck. We're just going to back it up and give everybody benefits. You get a benefit. I'm just kidding. But what do you actually do? Because, money is tight. First of all, just acknowledge it. Acknowledge the gap. Don't pretend that it doesn't exist. Have honest conversations about what you can and what you can't provide as a church. Honest conversation. They might not agree, but at least you're having a conversation. It's not silence. And then explore some creative options. There are health sharing ministries. If you can't afford bona fide health care plan, there are retirement matching options, even at small percentages, maybe some HSA contributions. And if you can't provide benefits, provide information. Help staff understand what some of the options are and connect them with resources, some financial planning, some marketplace alternatives. And especially if you're in a smaller church, maybe you can consider pooling with some other churches for some group rates. Here's the idea I want to get across to you. Something is better than nothing. And having the conversation is better than not having the conversation. Acknowledgement is better than silence. Okay, so here's the bottom line on discovery number 6, the benefits gap. The benefits gap isn't just a line item problem. It's a security problem. Your staff aren't asking to get rich. They didn't get into ministry to get rich. What they're asking you for is they're asking to feel like their family's protected. And when that security is missing, believe me, it affects everything. So what are your action steps on this? What can you do? First thing you can do is review your benefits package this month. When's the last time you actually looked at it? I'm on calls all the time with churches that are getting ready to hire somebody, and I'll say, what's your benefits package look like? Not sure. Do you offer matching? I think, Ron, do we offer matching? So when was the last time you looked at it? Maybe you don't even know what it is. You need to know what it is. You need to know what the baseline is. And then have one honest conversation with staff about the gap, what you can offer, what you can, or at least start that conversation maybe with your board. Be creative. Find maybe one creative alternative they haven't considered. Maybe it's a pool plan. Maybe it's health sharing. Maybe it's giving somebody some additional paid time off. Maybe it's paying for a family membership to the Y that doesn't cost all that much in the big scheme of things. I don't know, but find something that shares, hey, we pay you this much, but we value you. Your benefits for you and your family. Here's one way that we can help close the gap. This is helpful for you. This is something that it's been kind of screaming louder and louder every year. And it's really something that churches need to take into consideration. It's looking at not just salary, but also the benefits. This is just one of 6 discoveries that we made in this year's Church Staff Health Assessment. We've compiled everything, absolutely everything, into a 200+ page report. It's a free PDF download. You can get it right now. Just go over to churchstaffhealth.com. All the data, all the trends, all the practical insights, absolutely free over at churchstaffhealth.com. Your staff can handle modest salaries. The question is whether or not they can handle the insecurity that might be there because of their benefits package. That's it for today. I'd love to hear your comments. You can email me anytime, podcast@chemistrystaffing.com. All right, be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about discovery number 7, has to do with communication. So that's the teaser for tomorrow. Hope you come back and join me tomorrow right here on the Health and Church Staff Podcast. Have a great day.